Good evening to one and all. A warm welcome to 11th Doctoral Research International Conference on Social Sciences, Humanities and Interdisciplinary Research, Golden Jubilee Year of NEHU, May 2022 to May 2023, Doctoral Research Conference Series, a series of 100 conferences, bridge the research gap and grow, jointly organized by Northeastern Hill University under Internal Quality Assurance Cell IQAC Shillong Meghalaya and Indian Society for Training and Development ISTD Shillong Chapter Meghalaya in collaboration with Department of Philosophy and IQAC Moran College affiliated to Dibrugarh University, MORANHAT, CHARAIDEO District, Assam and Department of Philosophy SRIVENKATESWARA University, TIRUPATI, Andhra Pradesh. A warm welcome to today's keynote speaker, my guru and collaborator, Professor P. Chinnaya sir, Professor Prabhasankar Sukla sir, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Northeastern Hill University, Professor Raja Reddy sir, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Sri Venkateshwara University, Professor Mithali Kaur ma'am, Principal, Moran College, Dr. Rajendra Prasad Bhartakur sir, IQAC Coordinator, Moran College, Dr. Srotosini Gogoi ma'am, Workshop Coordinator, Head Department of Philosophy, Moran College, Professor B.S. Mipun sir, Chairman ISTD Shillong Chapter, Professor A.S. Dikshit sir, Director IQAC NEHU Shillong, and Dr. Rajasri Rathod madam, Chairperson of the technical session, and noble participants. A warm welcome to one and all. Today we have actually the three paper presenters, Puspagya Sutradhar, my research scholar, and Rojina Khatun from Assam University, Silchar, and myself, Dr. Srotosini Gogoi Madam and Professor Chinnaya sir. The title of the first presenter, Happiness is a Key to Success, a Philosophical Perspective. And actually he's doing PhD on digital capabilities and happiness. Rojina Khatun, Happiness and Sustainable Happiness Skills and Analysis. And ourselves, we are providing tips to write a good PhD thesis. With this, and Professor Chinnaya are going to deliver a keynote address. Whenever you are going to do any research, what type of philosophical mind we need, philosophical foundation of education, philosophical foundation of research. So maybe every week, every program is coming with innovative ideas and with new philosophers. This week also, even very difficult to predict what type of content is going to deliver. With this, a warm welcome to one and all. We start as usual our program with Vande Mataram. Then we'll request Professor Chinnaya sir to deliver keynote address. After that, we'll request Dr. Rajasri Rathod ma'am to chair the session. Now, Vande Mataram.
शीतला सस्य श्यामला मातरं वन्दे मातरं शुभ्रज्योत्स्ना पुलकितयामिनी पुल्लकुसुमित द्रुमदलशोभिनी सुहासिनी सुमधुरभाषिणी सुखदां वरदां मातरं वन्दे मातरं वन्दे मातरं.
Thank you. I'm requesting Professor Chinnaya sir to deliver a keynote address. Over to you, sir.
Respectable coordinator, Dr. Maresh, sir, the organizer for this program and who is doing very excellent manner this conferences works, and all the participants of the program. So here research, search, these are very essential. The doctoral research also very essential for development of higher education, at the same time development of individual abilities. So doctoral research is also one of the important aspects for the growth of education of any country and the individual. So here in these conferences, we are sharing about research methodology, various types of principles. At the same time, different type of research content. Today, I am going to share something, research findings relating with one great philosopher of the world. His name is John Rockefeller. So he born in 8th July 1839 and he died in May 23rd, 1937. So he's a great philosopher, he's a practical man. He is telling every man should have a aim. If you have no aim, you won't get any success. For that, he is telling singleness of purpose in one of the chief essentials for success in life, no matter what may be one's aim. So you may do many things in the life, in the career, in your profession, in our activities, but you have to concentrate on one particular aim. If you concentrate in the same time on a different aims, your energy may scatter. You may not concentrate on all the things in the equal level. You have a limited energy, limited concentration. That's why if you concentrate on a single aim or a single activity, you may get success. He's telling about the young people, researchers, early people, they should have developed a moral character. So the most important thing for a young man is to establish a credit, a reputation, a character. So here, credit means you have to develop your life with a valuable manner. A reputation, so on the basis of your work, you have to get some fame. Character, so good thoughts, good actions, good behavior, good life, good actions. If you have a good things relating with your life, with society, that may be a asset. He is telling. So if you develop the capacity of credit, reputation, and character, you may get more successes. So the secret to success is to do the common things in uncommon way. So here, so here in the world, many people are organizing conferences, international relation. They may be a very costly affair. They may do some registration fee, certificate fee, all the things. So that may be a different type of approach. So here our Amareswar started these programs. He preparing flyers. He prepared everything. But here we have not expecting any fees or anything. We are not getting any financial aid, and we are not asking any financial aid to anybody. So with a unique manner, creative manner. So Amareswar has created a unique approach to organize international webinars with a low cost relating with bearing of oneself. So we started here. The John Rockefeller is telling, if you do great things are the common things with a creative manner, new manner, you may get more success. So he is telling, in the society, if you want to get more success in everything, you need a persons of enthusiasm. not a persons of knowing only. So you need more importance. He's telling a man of words and not of deeds is like a garden full of weeds. So here you have to live here a man of actions. So action speaks more louder than the word. If you say one word, and if you are not cling to your word, if you are not delivered the promise of your words, you may not have any credit, reputation, or any credibility. So here the great philosopher John Rockefeller is telling that if you are only using words in the life, you are not doing any actions, means a garden with weeds means useless plants. So if you are living with words without having any action, that means a garden with weeds plants. So here he's telling your life should be honest actions. If you perform your life with honest action, you may get more credibility. Otherwise, there is a danger for your life. So here, if you want to success many things in the life, you should have developed aims relating with the love. So love is the greatest thing in the life. If you have a love on your work, you may get more energy, you may concentrate more on your life. If you have no love, you may not do anything. So if you have a lovable feeling on your actions, you may get more successes in your life. So here he is telling perseverance is the most important thing for doing anything. So you need more grip, more willpower to do many things. He's telling it is wrong to assume that when a immense wealth and always happy. So a person who has a wealth is entitled for happiness. This statement is not accepting. So if you want to get happiness, you have to do your work with love. You have to, is telling, wake up early, do very carefully. So you have to start your work with early manner. With a leisurely manner, you have to complete your task every day. You should have everyday plan. Then you may get more success. So he's telling, doing good things, helping others is the most important thing. Think of giving not as a duty, but as a privilege. If you do good things, the things will become investment for you. So every right implies responsibility, every opportunity or obligation, every position I do. So here you should be very responsible. You have to utilize all opportunities. You have to do your life very careful manner. So here the Rockefeller is telling one expression. So I believe in the sacredness of a promise that a man's word should be a good as his bond, that character, not wealth or power or position, is of superior worth. So he's telling, if you tell any word, that should be more than a bond document. You should have a authentic record relating with your life. So your word should be a very sacred one. If you live like that in the society, in the business, in the administration, in the society, if you follow very carefully for using words, if words are very powerful, if you fulfill the objectives of the words, then you may get a more sacred person. So here he is telling, character is the most important than wealth or power or a position or anything. If you have no character, if you have a wealth, you have a power, you have a many other things, they may not shine. Here he is telling, use very carefully your words. Don't use false words. If you use one word relating with the promise, fulfill that promise, deliver that promise, then develop good character means good thoughts, good actions, good behavior, compassion, love, everything you should have to operate. So here he's telling you have to encourage good people relating with a career or anything. If you encourage for bad people, the bad people may use your abilities, your help and everything. They may use with negative purposes. They may not be a very powerful thing in the life. That's why be careful. He's telling about the economy condition. So savings are most important in the human being life. So if you get some income, on the basis of income, you have to save some money. So your family economy, your financial status depends upon, according to the philosopher John Rockefeller says, you have a desires, you have a expenditure plans. So if you have some income, if you are spending money more than you get, then your economy may be in a troublesome. That's why he's telling, save some money. When you get some money, when you are a capable person, do something for your savings. Your savings relating with your money create extraordinary stability, respect in your life. That is the most important thing in the life. So here he is telling success comes from keeping the ears open and the mouth closed. So here when you are in the administration, teaching in the world, art of listening is the most important. You have to listen more carefully. Don't have a great desire to talk. You have to talk less. Whenever you need, you may talk. But relating with the human affairs, you should be very careful. You have to develop the great interest on listening. Listening is the most important. If you listen very intensive manner, you may solve many problems. You may get more knowledge. That is the most important thing. So do your activities with a joyful manner. Giving should be centered into just the same as a investing. Giving is an investment. So if you help something, if you talk with the people with a pleasant manner, that may be investment. If you love people, that is an investment. If you give compassion, helping something, anything in the positive manner, if you give to society, that may be investment to you. You may get after some time returns. If you contribute in the society, bad activities, bad things, violence, unhappiness, destruction, corruption, all types of evil things relating with the society, you may get a return also in the evil form. That's why here John Rockefeller is telling, so you have to contribute in the society good things. Help with a good manner. If you help with a good manner, you may get returns also good manner. That is the most important thing. You may get more happiness in giving. So that is a safety manner. Giving is a safety manner. Helping is a safety manner. Loving is a safety manner. If you love, if you give, if you help people, you may get more safety in the society. So here, every disaster into an opportunity. Utilize all opportunities with a positive manner. If you are missing opportunities for utilizing, then you may not get more happiness in the life. So here if you want to get more success, work is the most important thing in the life. So here you have to interest the job, work, society, people, nature and everything. Do with the respect, then your life will be very happy. Whatever you are doing, have a lovable feeling on your profession, your conversation, your mind, your life. Have a respect on your soul. If you believe you are a valuable person, then you may do good things relating with the society and everything. So here, if you have a target of giving service to humanity or a society, that object may create happiness to you. So service to humanity is a service to nature or a god. If you do good things for society, you may get more results. So here, giving is the secret healthy life, not necessarily money, but whatever a person has to give, encouragement, sympathy, or understanding. If you give sympathy, if you give money or a service or a understanding for a smile, for anything, giving is a positive sense, very good for your safety and life. So here, character is the most important. Character, not wealth, power, position. So character is a superior thing in the life. If you have a good words, good mind, good behavior, good actions, so people may believe you. So people may respect you. So if you have a wealth, power, position, if you are a liar, if you are a cheater, if you are a deceiver, so people may think about you. You are a cheater. You are a bad person. That's why here John Rockefeller is telling, be honest. Character should be good. If you miss good character, you may miss all the things in the life. That's why protect. He's telling government should be the servant of the people, not their master. So here in the democratic countries, so he's telling, if they any person elected from people, if they think they are dictators, they are masters, that is not good. So they should work as a servant, then only they may get fame, again they may elect, again they may get shame and everything. If they think a superior or a dictator or a master or a cruel person, after some time they may get a negative results. That's why you should be very careful relating with all affairs. So the success of each is depending on the success of the other. So here in the society, we have to give more importance for others. So others' happiness is the most important. If you create a good environment in the surroundings, if you create all good things in the society, then you may get the effects from society to you also. That's why do always good things, then your life will be very pleasant. So here, art of concentration is the most important thing in the life. So what do you mean by art of concentration? So here, if you want to do anything with a careful manner, interesting manner, develop more concentration. Concentration is a very useful thing. If you have a target, do your work with a lovely manner, develop mental concentration, do with a systematic manner, then you may get more success relating with all things. So willpower is a most important thing. If you have a willpower relating with your targets, your life and everything, you may avoid many obstacles, you may get more successes. The only joy you may get is a giving. So if you are giving something to people, then you may get more happiness. So here happiness is the most important thing in the life. So if you are missing happiness relating with work, you may miss everything. So here Rockefeller is telling that, so do your work very careful manner. So here he is telling, fix one particular goal relating with, so goal for year, goal for month, goal for your profession, goal for your present time. So develop more concentration, have a good character, express lovely feelings to others, encourage good people, have a friendship with a persons of enthusiasm and good character, avoid bad people. So don't encourage people, those who are only words. Encourage people who are very practical people, those who are using their words with a practical sense. So words are most important. So practical understanding is the most important thing in the life. So you have to perform very carefully about human existence. So good behavior, good actions, good mind, character, these are most important. At the same time, You have to treat human beings with a kindful manner. If you treat human beings with a love and affection, you may get the same response from others. If you ill treat other people with a negative manner, you won't get happiness and everything. That's why have a positive outlook relating with life. Then your life will be very pleasant. Amareswar. So I concluded this speech, Amareswar.
Sir, thank you. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. Now I am requesting our noble participant to interact with Professor Chennai, sir. Over to you. Participants, over to you. Ednapudi madam, Pavan sir, Srinivasal Reddy Anna, please.
Sure. Sir, I have Ashpal, sir.
Please share me.
Please, sir. Please, sir. Please, sir.
Welcome.
Please
Sir,
move.
I am Ashpal, sir, speaking.
Yes,
Sir,
sir.
sir here,
Please, sir. Please ask me. Please
Sir.
ask me question.
sir, here we are comparing with our Swami Vivekananda ji. What he has said is character is
Hmm.
important. So
Hmm.
same thing it is here also. Everything depends on character and good and what is willpower and everything is all depends on your good work and what is otherwise it's
So,
in positive way.
yes. Yes. Yes.
So these are all impressive, sir. Very impressive.
Yes. Yes. Very. Actually, the Rockefeller, he born in 1839 in the USA and he died in 1937.
That is
He was the one founders of Chicago University in the USA. So in 1880, 93, in the Chicago, Swami Vivekananda have given the World Congress.
Yes,
So
sir.
here we find great things in the great people. He's a very practical man. So he said very nice. So here, good character, good thought, good behavior, good actions, good life. If you give goodness to others, you may get goodness. If you have a bad character, so the bad character may give bad results to you. That's why so means and ends are same. So give some good things to others, you may get good things. So here we find very good things. So we find here relating with the Swami Vivekananda and John Rockefeller's philosophy, these good things. So very nice, Dr. Espal.
Thank you, sir.
So if you have any other things also, you can ask.
Very nice, sir. It is your presentation.
So very good. Yes, yes.
Please, Ednapudi.
Venkatrao Garu is available on the line.
Sir, good evening.
Good evening, Venkatrao Garu. Very well, and you have organized recently World Philosophy Day. Congratulations, very nice. You are doing very nice thing. Say something. So we feel.
The topic selection is a very good, sir. Now the interdisciplinary is a mandatory, not essential. It is a mandatory. Any kind of topic we choosing, relating to the among the social sciences, it is interrelated. So
yes,
your explanation is more relevant and more authenticative and also scientific. So
yes,
thank you very much, sir. And anyway, not only a particular subject, for all subjects, interdisciplinary approach is mandatory nowadays.
Yes. So we have to act as a honey bee. So the honey bee flies in the nature. It goes to various types of flowers and it may collect honey without hurting the petals of the flowers. In the same manner, in the different people are there. So here, in the all subjects are a law or a engineering or a medicine. So recently, last Hippocrates said the philosophy. So evening walking is the most important. Live balanced food. Food is a medicine. Medicine is a food. So here we have a one law philosophers in the Western. They said, so in the country, in the democratic country, the separation of powers should be very mandatory. The executive, legislature, judiciary, independent judiciary is the most important to give power to the people, to give justice to the people. These are the philosophical thoughts. So here we have to go just like a bee to know, to collect beautiful honey-like things, to know the greatness of human life. So thank you, Venkatrao Garu, for your good sharing.
Madam, you are not audible, ma'am. Eddanapudi, ma'am, you are not audible, please. Pavan, sir. Sir, I think
So
they have some network issues.
Somraju is available in the screen.
Yes, sir. Somaraju is available, sir. Somaraju, sir. Somaraju, sir.
Sir, good evening, sir.
Good evening, Somraj.
Continue,
Yes,
sir.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, sir.
Be free. If you have any question, ask me.
Okay, sir. Okay.
If you have listened anything.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Character is the most important for every human being, sir. What you presented is very good, sir. For anything to
So,
achieve. Yeah. Yes, sir.
very good. And that means what is the value of character in the human life? That is your question. You have stated in the statement manner. I have formed your statement in the question.
Yes,
So, in
sir.
the
Yes,
human
sir.
being life, so many people have achieved many power, prestige, wealth, beauty, and everything.
Yes, sir.
So they have no respect on their good words, good actions, and good thoughts. They may talk negatively, they may do harmfully, they may think differently. If they contributed a lot for human destruction, if they have money, power, position, people may estimate this is a bad person. That's why you may have wealth or power or anything that is a immaterial, but good actions, good thought, good behavior, compassion, love, helping outlook. So this type of character is the most important, because
Yes, sir.
if you give good things to others, you may get good things to you. So here it is a correlation. It is
Yes,
a
sir.
cause and effect. So if your action, your cause is a good, your effect is a good.
Yes,
If your
sir.
cause is a very bad, your effect is a very bad. If the cause is a murder, the effect is also murder. If the
Punishment.
cause
Yeah.
is war, the effect also more war. So if you talk very brutally, you may get very, very dangerously relating with words. So here, so character plays vital role for the happiness of the life. So very good, Somraj.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
So good.
Eddanapudi, madam. Pavan, sir.
So, Amresh sir.
Sir, here many scholars, many teachers are available. So please suggest them.
Okay. So, Srinivasa Reddy garu also available. Deeplata Gupta also available.
Deeplata Gupta madam. Actually, she is trying, but because of network issues, she is unable, sir. Srinivasa Reddy na? Dr. Begum madam from Gulbarga, Karnataka. Pallavi Sharma madam. Okay, sir. Actually, we need what are the philosophical background foundations for effective researchers, sir? Nowadays, we need a researcher multidimensional.
So here I have spoken about the great philosopher John Rockefeller. So here he has contributed a lot for research in the USA in the form of oil research in the industries. So he's one of the persons for the starting of Chicago University. Also, he contributed a lot for country development. He contributed a lot for innovative research in the USA. He contributed a lot for economic development of the USA also in the 19th century. So here he has given more instructions for the researchers. So here you have to fix one research project, research title, research. So that may be the goal. So have a concentration on that. Do systematic one. Be honest. Don't present false things. While doing research, you should develop honesty, willpower, very care. You have to select a topic which is useful for your career at the same time for the society. So on the basis of research, if you have no good character, your research may not be very useful to you. So you have to do your research with a lovely manner. You have to do research with utmost care. While doing research, you have to share your research issues to other people. So here the philosophical foundations relating with John Rockefeller relating with the researchers in the field of education. So he is one of the founders for the Chicago University. So he has given funds to many people. So here he said about funding of research. If we give funding to some research or some people, that may be good. We should not give funds to the undeserved people. If you give some fund for other people for research, if they not to do that work for positive sense, that may be a unpleasant thing. That's why he's telling, have a goal, do research, have a simplicity. Hard work is most important. Daily plan results are most important. So don't expect many things from other sources. If you do something, you may get. Hard work is most important. Loving feeling is most important. Helping helping society with your research findings also most important. He said many moral values relating with the scientific hard work principles and everything. So finally, good character. Do your work with a lovable manner, have a willpower, be sincere, don't be a corrupt, don't be a cheater, don't be a liar, don't be an ambitious person, don't be a person of harmfulness to the society, do good things in the society, have a loving feeling on the world, do your work with a happiness, help others in the society, then your life will be very pleasant. These are the things we find relating with philosophical, sociological, psychological foundations. Amresh sir.
Sir, thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Any other?
Sir, this is Krishna Hamsa, sir.
Please, Krishna Hamsa.
Please, sir, ask question.
Sir, my question is, that is materialism versus idealism in the perspective of research, sir. Can you throw some light on that?
So here materialism and idealism here. So here materialism means. So here it is relating with the world. So the materialism is relating with developing. It is one way the science and religion. So here idealism means it is a study of mind. It is a study of consciousness, study of ideas. So here materialism, it is a development of the scientific world. So here we need integration of idealism and the materialism. You have to know about, if you want to know about a tree, you have to know about the upper part of the tree and the lower part of tree roots also. In the same manner, for living very good manner, to do research, to contribute a lot for the society, first you have to know about yourself, your mind, your consciousness, your thoughts, your behavior, your mood. First you have to know about your soul, your consciousness. Then you may get some confidence on yourself. Then you have to work in the external world, in the material world. In the material world also, you have to use moral principles with a scientific manner, with a honest manner. So here in the materialistic world, it is relating with nature. You have to follow the protection of air, water, sound, sky, and everything. So protect the nature. So here material wealth also most important, but at the same time with a sustainable development manner, we have to develop materials in the external world. At the same time, we have to know about our inner nature. We have to avoid jealousy, anger, corruption, ill will, sadness in our inner source. We have to be pure from all problems. We should have maintain purity in our mind with a freshness, with a lovable heart. So we have to develop in the society with a scientific outlook. So have a good heart and mind, then do all development with a research manner, following rules and regulations of the nature. So we have to give respect for the lives of the species of the nature also. So here integration of idealism and materialism is most important. Understand about your soul. At the same time, you have to do research in the external world, in the botany, zoology, or a space, or a external geographical, many external things. But follow the law of balance, the law of nature. Then your life will be very pleasant. Krishna Hamsa.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Fine, sir. So, sir, my based on your thing, sir, I have to asking that which mindset will be researcher want? Is that materialist
So
mindset or idealist mindset?
A researcher should have a scientific mind with a religious spirit. So here, scientific mind means it does not belong to any belief, religion, caste, and anything. So scientific mind, factual mind, it is an investigative mind. Here we don't find any prejudice or a partiality, anything. So it is just like a mirror-like expression. If you show any object in the mirror reflects exactly the object. In the same manner, in the scientific research, no involvement of any bias or anything. So you need scientific mind. At the same time, you need a religious outlook. So here, religious mind, scientific mind and a religious mind. Religious mind means it does not belong to caste, religion, cult, ideology, any memory, anything, free from, just like your clean mirror, a mirror without any dust. In the same manner, a mind without any impressions. If you are free from all types of impressions, so you may get right impressions. You may see exactly what it is. So here, a researcher needs a scientific mind with a religious spirit. So free from prejudices relating with your soul and mind, at the same time factual investigation. So this is my suggestion for researcher: scientific mind with a religious approach. That is the most important to do extraordinary research relating with all affairs of human existence. Krishna Hamsa.
Yes, sir. Sir, thank you, sir. Very much. Thank you, sir. Excellent, excellent. Thank you.
Welcome.
Sir.
Welcome.
Any other? Madam Eddanapudi, madam, are you there? Pavan sir. We have sufficient time.
Yes, sir. Yes. Good evening, sir. Good evening, Amar, sir. Good evening, sir. Professor Chinay.
Welcome, Hema garu, welcome.
Sir. You
Welcome.
have explained a very nice topic, sir. So very interesting points, very interesting about how we should be in life, how we should, what are the do's and what are the nots in life. You have explained very well,
Yeah.
sir. Thank you so much, sir, for enlightening us with great knowledge, sir. Thank you so much.
So here the philosopher John Rockefeller is telling you should be very helpful. So he's telling one important aspect for pleasant, happy life. Help others, share others. So if you share your understanding, your smile, your compassion, your small help, automatically you will get positive results.
Yes, sir.
So he's telling helping others is a wisdom.
Yes, sir.
If you want to live very pleasantly, peacefully, harmoniously in the world, do some good things. Don't expect. So you may get with a flash manner returns from your activity.
Yes,
That's why have a good mind. He's telling
Yes, sir.
whatever the thing you are doing, do with a lovable feeling. Then you may get happiness on the basis of your work. The results may be a come later stage, but you may get immediate happiness on the basis of work with love. So these are the many important things we find in the philosophy of John Rockefeller.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for enlightening us.
Yes, wonderful, wonderful.
Any other?
So
Thank
very
you.
good.
Thank you so much, sir. I think I know now time for a paper presentation.
Yes, Amresh sir.
Thank
Please
you,
move,
sir.
Amresh sir.
Thank you, sir. I am requesting Dr. Rajashree Rathod Madam to take over. Over to you. On behalf of actually Puspargya will present second. Now, Rojina, you can go through it. Ma'am, Rajashree Rathod ma'am can call for you. Over to Dr. Rajashree Rathod madam. Just for a 2 minutes introduction, Dr. Rajashree Rathod ma'am, Associate Professor, Tilak College of Education, Pune. Even ma'am is a regular resource person for many institutions. Recently, ma'am received 2 awards from Pondicherry University and from UK Best Paper Presenter Award, and recently some organization also awarded her. So she's an extraordinary researcher, teacher from Pune, under Pune University, continuously, not only as a resource person, being a participant also, she is attending a number of programs, continuous learner, lifelong learner. Ma'am, we are very happy to see you and be a part of our program. This is the second time you are acting as a resource person. Fourth doctoral research conference also, you acted as a resource person. Now over to you, madam.
Thank you so much, sir. Good evening, respected Chennaiya sir and Dr. N.A. Reddy sir and all the participants. First of all, I would like to thank Dr. Reddy sir for giving me this opportunity for sessioning the chair. As Chennaiya sir rightly said, you are doing very noble work by providing the opportunity to the budding researcher to present their research work on this platform, where they'll definitely get some input from others to make their research more effective and more innovative. And I'm very happy to join with you with your noble cause and give my little contribution. So without further delays, sir, we will start the presentation. So the first presenter is, sir, what you said, the second one will present the first, no?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Rojina, over to you. Now you are a presenter. You can share your screen. First, introduce yourself. And
Okay, thank you, sir. Am I audible, sir?
Yeah, you are audible. Share your screen. You have PPT, na?
Yes, sir.
Share your screen.
Is it visible, sir?
Not yet. Now, no. When you click share screen, you select this, then share, click on share. Your desktop is also not visible. You are not sharing.
I think I'm sharing, sir. It is connecting.
Just wait, it is coming. Just wait for a few seconds. Now you select the PPT. Now your screen is visible, but not PPT. Go to PPT. Minimize this window. Go to PPT.
Sir,
Yes.
it is
Go
visible
to
now, sir?
presentation. Yeah, go to presentation mode.
Okay, sir. I think this is.
Press F5 in your keyboard. F5.
F5 only, sir. Sir, Control F5 or only F5?
Only F5. Only F5.
Okay, sir. Sorry to sir. But it is not working, sir.
No, in the down also you can that icon na 70%.
Yes,
Before 70%, one icon is there na, and the down 70% an icon. You click on that icon. No, yes, click it.
Yes, sir.
Yes, good.
Okay, sir. So I'm audible, sir? Oh, thank you so much, sir.
Yeah, continue.
Good evening, all the okay, sir. Thank you so much. Good evening, all the respected teachers and the participant present here. First of all, I want to introduce myself. Myself, Rosina Khatun. I am a PhD thesis scholar from the Department of Education at Assam University Silchar campus. Currently, I am working on my PhD under the supervision of Dr. Rami George Carey. He is assistant professor of Department of Education, Assam University Silchar. Before proceeding to today's presentation, I want to thank Anna Reddy sir for providing me this opportunity to present my ideas on a topic that related to my doctoral research. I will like to discuss about today. My presentation topic is happiness and sustainable happiness skills and analysis. Happiness will be actually my research work. Happiness will be my dependent variable. I want to do an experimental research on it. That's why I chose this topic to present here. Objective of this study to my today paper to understand the what is happiness, what is actually happiness is from the perspective of positive psychology, and to explore the different kind of sustainable happiness skills that can help us to improve our happiness. When we discuss about the happiness for especially research purpose, the first thing come into our mind what exactly happiness is. So the question is very straightforward, but difficult to. It is very difficult to define. If we ask the same question to you, you will be think about the several things that, and as the speaker mentioned here, you will there are several different kind of words come into your mind like love, family, friends, different kind of activities, your near and dear one. So when you with them and when that kind of activity you do, you may be happy. So it is a and it is differ from the person to person and circumstances to circumstances, and it is very normal because happiness is a subjective term. Happiness greatly vary from person to person and place to place. Therefore, when we discuss about the meaning of happiness, there are certain questions come in front of us. What is happiness mean, and what are the variables that contribute to individual happiness? From the time to time, we can say that for the ancient time, there are several authors, there are philosophers, psychologists, religious readers, they are targeted this type of questions. But in this paper, I just discuss about the what is the definition of psychology from the psychological perspective. If we if further we discuss about the happiness, meaning of happiness, for some it is just a joy or being happy surrounding with others or accomplishment something. From others peoples, particularly those are the devoted to religious activities. For their happiness is pursues respect in enlightenment and spirituality. Others, for some, maybe it is enjoying their own environment and engaging some meaningful activities or some fun kind of activities. So, for proceeding discussion, it is very clear that it is a very difficult term to discuss. Define happiness is a singular definition. We cannot say happiness. Happiness. We cannot define it as a single definition in happiness. It is a personal expression, and it is. We can just feel happiness. So happiness we can only experience through our feelings. But although if we see the different kind of definition of happiness from the above, we can notice one things very closely that is common in every definition is positive feelings and a sense of fulfillment in life. That's why positive psychologists define happiness is a positive state of mind. Basically, traditional psychologists quite good at dealing with the mental illness. After the World War or before the World War II, they are exclusively talk about the negative aspect of human behavior, such as depression, anxiety, bipolar illness, etc. Therefore, if we search literature related to mental health and mental illness, we found that if, against the every 100 article regarding the mental disease, we found only one article related to mental health, because earlier psychologists mainly emphasize on the mental illness or that's why after, recently positive psychology is a recent field which is profound by the Martin Seligman positive psychology, who is greatly discussed about the, it is a brand new field of psychology who is we can call it a positive psychology, who is mainly focuses on the positive emotion of a human being, accept negative emotion, focusing on the negative emotions, or this positive psychology also known as the science of happiness nowadays. Positive psychology actually investigated what is right about the people and how can we promote it, rather than emphasize on the negative aspect of human being or negative trait of the human being. Positive psychology recently Positive psychology is a recent field, and it is as we know, we emphasize on the positive aspect, positive qualities and characteristics of human being. So positive psychology recently Peterson and the Seligman in 2004 identified 24 characteristics by using 6 words like the wisdom, knowledge, courage, humanity, justice, this kind of things. And under this category they identified 24 characteristics like creativity, curiosity, open-mindedness, love for learning, perspective, and under the courage, honesty, bravery, zest, and humanity, kindness, love, social justice, and justice in the fairness, teamwork. So this kind of things, Seligman said, they are the positive parts of human. If we emphasize it, that help to improve our positive characteristic, and this is help to improve the happiness level of human being. So there are several kind of element or component of happiness. Time to time, the one thing I forget. So these characteristics are constantly, this continuously changing, and these are varies person to person. This all qualities we cannot found in singular persons. Researchers are continuously researching on this positive psychology, and they are found that there are some common kind of positive traits which to some elements which help to improve our happiness level, like positive relation, personal growth, purpose in life, acknowledgement, commitment, better emotion, or maybe it is called as a positive emotion, overall health, overall health. Carol Rife, she is a actually psychologist, and he reviewed almost every positive aspect, positive literature at the hard time, and proposes 6 model of factor of well-being, which is called psychological well-being psychological well-being. And she said self-acceptance, purpose in life, autonomy, environmental mastery, positive relationship, and personal growth. These are the positive factor related to happiness, and this can help to, if we emphasize on it, help to emphasize improve our happiness level. In 2011, Martin Seligman proposed a method which is related to which is called PARMA method. PARMA method alters the well-being model of happiness well-being model. Is it consists 5 components, which is positive emotion, engagement, relationship, meaning, and accomplishment. These are the components also related to the happiness. Sonja, she review almost 200 thematical papers and related to happiness, and identify 12 main factors which she said related to happiness, like gratitude, optimism, social compassion, performing act of kindness, relationship, coping strategies, learning to forgive. So she said this kind of activity, especially related to the happiness, these are the happiness factor or element of the happiness. Recently, Dr. Sutashini Gogoi and Dr. Nagarati Amishra, Dr. Anna Reddy sir, both of the propose a model of well-being. Here some mentioned a Prematho method, model of well-being. Here some mentioned there's positive emotions, relation, engagement, mindfulness, accomplishment, truthfulness, heartfulness, and open-minded. These are the component, or also we consider component or element of happiness. If we see the gross national happiness indicator, among the 33 indicators, if we go to the psychological indicator, we find that life satisfaction, positive emotion, negative emotion, and spirituality also the 4 component of indicator of the gross national happiness indicator. So Dr. Simon Thomas, she proposed review all these literature and propose 6 type of happiness skills. She called mindfulness, human connection, positive outlook, purpose, generosity, and gratitude. These are measure sustainable skill which help to people develop their or improve their or enhance their happiness level. And now taught happiness, yes, we can taught happiness, we can teach happiness to people, because if we're going through that literature, they are conducting intervention or other experimental research to in particular educational setting, and they said that mindfulness is effective strategy to improving our positive emotion and regulate our general emotion. It's related to gratitude. There is that who in this relationship between gratitude and happiness are closely related to each other, and finding reveal that being thankful that improve our happiness. Positive outlook, researchers say the positive outlook reduce our any particular related positive reduce our stress and anxiety. Human connection, those are the people closer to their connection, their families and friends and their communities. They are more happier than their counterpart. Purpose is inspiring someone to achieve anything, and when we achieve anything, we are very happy. The generosity, the Harvard University conducted a study, and they said that who donate their money or time to charity, they are 45% more likely happy than others, their counterpart. So from the discussion, it was we can say that happiness can be taught through these sustainable happiness skills. This sustainable happiness skills can help to increase our emotion, our control, our positive emotions, and our overall happiness skills. So if we psychological term, the positive, if we see this, So there are these, if we see this positive psychological, the elements of happiness, we can define happiness is the positive state of mind in the from the perspective of psychological well-being, positive psychological well-being. Now his question is, can we measure happiness? Yes, we can measure happiness. The science of happiness said that, recently proved that our 50% of our happiness depended on our genetic, and 40% our happiness are dependent on intentional activities, and 10% happiness are dependent on our circumstances. Was a person happiness is determined by genetic, a larger extent is about 50%. There are some people who are genetically unhappy, so they have the sad, unhappy genes, and though this 10% circumstances include their age, their ethnicity, income. Surprisingly, it's only include our happiness only 10%. And this 40%, this is our intentional activity, this is our mindset, this is our mental minds, our state of mind, positive state of mind. If we can experiment on this 40% activity, or we can give intervention this 40%, and we can improve happiness level of a student or any kind of general people. Why happiness is important. If we see the report, World Happiness Report, Indian rank is 136 out of 150 countries. It is a matter of concern. And if we see the UNICEF and Gallup report, every 7 teenagers is depressed child in India, and they are less interested to engage any kind of day-to-day activity. India and World Health Organization say India has the highest suicide case among the Southeast Asian country, and this suicide age group are between the 15 to 29. And if we see the National Crime Report, 34 students daily per day they are suicide in India. Most of them are teenagers, are stressed, they are unable to deal with their day-to-day life. So from the data, we can clearly show that our education system has failed to prepare the student for their life challenges. This is one of the reasons why over the time student happiness with relation to their studies are declined, and they are now education rather than knowledge gain tools a burden. Therefore, Delhi government schools recently adopted a happiness curriculum in their schools. They taught mindfulness, and through the mindfulness, they try to increase the happiness level and level of student. And they make them they are more happy, confident, and they and rather than emphasize on the only just a good grades. So researchers now are most of the in positive psychology, researchers are now focus on this happiness. Happiness is a burning field. We can say that it's an emerging field. There all the positive psychologists emphasize on this field, and how can we improve happiness through the certain identifying certain kind of elements and give intervention or other kind of experiment. Nowadays education, it is a emerging field of educationists who are emphasize on this field to enhance the happiness level of pupils. So thank you so much. This is my first attempt to an online presentation. I sincerely sorry for any major mistakes, and I would appreciate if you could make some suggestion for my presentation and research study. Thank you, sir.
Rosina Khatun, a very good presentation.
Yes.
I just wanted to ask what
you,
methodology you're using for your research.
Ma'am, still not decided, but I think embedded experimental research I will adopt for my research study, ma'am.
Okay. And have you decided your objectives yet or not?
Not, ma'am. Yet not decided.
Okay.
Now just I am preparing for doing my literature review and preparing for my research proposal.
Okay. So overall, whatever you have presented, I think it's a very interesting and very good topic. So my best wishes are with you. If anyone wants to ask any question, they are welcome to ask.
Thank you,
Please
sir.
go ahead.
Rojina, congratulations. How long, when you took
Sir,
admission for PhD?
thank you, sir.
When you took admission?
Sir, almost it is 1 year, maybe, sir. So 11
Okay.
months. Last year I took admitted. So recently I completed my course work, sir.
Okay, okay. So here you are
Last
telling
October.
experimental research design like that, but happiness is a state of mind. So it may be changing from time to time.
Yes,
No person in this world 100% happiness, always happiness. So if you do that type of experiment, is it
yes, sir.
right or good? Do you feel?
So that kind of question I also face in RSC member by so the positive psychologists how to measure happiness. They are said those now I present. Okay, I can only make a give a intervention or experiment. So 40%, 100% happiness cannot be measured. As it's not possible. That's 50% we can genetic. So researchers are still not identify that we cannot 100% cannot be measured. So we can only 40% of happiness.
It is just a situational. Suppose if you ask me today, okay, I'm very much happy, maybe because of some problem or something recently between Assam and Meghalaya, some conflicts occurred. So the border area people, they lost their peace. There are so many things are there. Even
Yes, sir.
measuring is one way. Even the scale also, some people are using attitude scale. Strongly agree, and measuring happiness. But whenever
Yes,
you
sir.
ask someone how much you are happy, simply we say I am very much happy, I'm always happy. We never say I'm 40% happy or 20% happy. So that is why even my one of scholar now he is going to present, but he has some problem. I'm going to present for joint paper. Puspagya Sutradhar is also going to construct his tool, is also working on it. There is one saying in my mother tongue Telugu, Santosam Sagam Balam, happiness is half strength. So
Yes, sir.
maybe something it makes you happy, but not maybe for others. Whether it is a subjective or objective, or
Other
a
person.
situational, whether permanent or a temporary or dynamic or static. So there are n number of things. What ma'am rightly asked you first, what are your objectives? Based on your objective, based on your research only, sampling technique, then only you can see what type of method to adopt. So without understanding or without framing
Yes, sir.
objectives, it is not based on your objective only. Whether you want to measure the level of happiness or reasons, causes for happiness,
Yes,
or
sir.
issues and challenges for happiness. So what you want? First you identify objectives. So based on review of literature, finalize your title. Then you can move one by one. At the end of only after completion of proposal also you can change your topic based on. So it is a linked cyclic what you are going to study. So any other,
Yes, sir.
please. Ednapudi madam, do you have any
Sir, this
other
is Krishna
research
Hamsa, sir.
scholars? Yeah, Krishna Hamsa, please.
Sir, based on I am also MSc psychology. So, sir, is that happiness scale based on the availability of scales? We measure certain happiness in the perspective of some. When we can take the happiness, so we have to measure based on our scale availability of scales only, sir. So, there is a perspectives to measure on the happiness, sir. That's where we are very much restricted to measure the overall the happiness of life based on developmental stages.
Measuring overall, because life is an uncertain. We cannot say I'm forever happy. So whenever you are measuring, this is up to that time only, not even future.
Yes, sir. Up to one phase, up to that certain thing.
Up to that moment. Suppose I am
Mm.
feeling now, immediately after 1 hour, maybe earthquake or something happen in family, or so maybe I'm not happy. So this one actually, when you are measuring, so it is subjective sometime, objective sometime, influence of other. That's why not only heredity and environment, so much complex. So suppose if you have a good friend, so friend maybe try to make you happy. If you more your environment is not good, maybe a number of enemies. So that's why what we can say that philosophy I'm going to present, it is not good to share here. There are n number of philosophers expressed what is actually from psychological points of view is a state of mind.
Yes.
While watching a movie, you maybe feel happy,
Yes,
but someone they think that is a waste of time.
Yes,
So
sir.
that's why we cannot generalize this concept
Yeah, of course.
based on
Sir,
his or her previous knowledge and past experience and benefits, pleasure, habits, training of mind. There are so many factors.
Yes, sir. Sir, by focus on certain situation and happiness level, personality type and happiness is also better.
We have maybe in general in our Telugu language also those who are maybe people appearing fatty, they feel always happy, different types. Introvert, extrovert always happy when compared to introvert, because introvert can't express whatever they have. Extrovert they can express everything, they will forget, we say like that. So 100%. Why? Because there is no two persons are exactly same or identical. So how our theories can applicable for all in the same way? It is not applicable. That's why there are n number of ways are there. But we are always trying our best to minimize the errors and measure maximum validity or reliability level of our research. Thank you. I think, ma'am, over to Rajasri Rathod, ma'am. We can proceed for further.
Yes, sir. Next presenter is.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Actually, Puspagya Sutradhar, he is supposed to present, but he has some health issue. Just he left from my chamber to his hostel. Okay, no problem. It is our joint paper. I can present. Yes, ma'am. So happiness is a key to success. A philosophical perspective is our joint paper. My scholar Puspagya Sutradhar from West Bengal is doing on research, digital capabilities and happiness of student teachers in West Bengal. So what is a happiness? Always I'm suggested and I'm requesting my scholar students, you go through etymological meaning first. What is happiness? So just I'm always keeping on my table Oxford Dictionary. So whenever I have any doubt, I'm always going through it, because your maybe assumption, your understanding is different based on suppose my lifespan and my heredity, environment, surroundings, my understanding, attitudes, maybe an intelligence, creativity, so many factors. Here, Oxford Dictionary, it says the state of being happy, feeling or showing pleasure, here, please. Here, Webster Dictionary states the state of well-being. Rojina C presented, even myself, Dr. Srutosni Gugoi Madam, based on our understanding, philosophical background, pramato. So prem means love. Love is a philosophy, also philosophia, love of wisdom. So love is the only mantra for everything. A person, mind and heart is filled with love. They are always happy. So that's why this is a pleasurable. So happiness here, different types. The ultimate nature of reality is exists Sat, Chit, Ananda, Sachidananda. We are calling the Indian philosophical perspective. Here, the baseline of human pleasure, physical appearance and strength, youthfulness, scriptural education, character strength, intense desire to lead orderly life. So again, is Satvika. There are three types of happiness here. Even Bhagavad Gita, Mahabharata, Satvika, Rajasika, and Tamasika. Here, n number of stories are available in Ramayana, Bhagavad Gita, and others, Vedas, Upanishads. Buddha says, when we have skillful qualities, we experience mental health. Here, arogya. So here, mental purity, mental ability, all this. So the Buddhism, actually detachment and minimize your desire, desirelessness. Professor Chennai sir always mentioning attachment is not good, detachment is very good. Expectation is poison. Don't expect anything from anybody. Maybe sometimes we can, is it possible to without any expectation? Whatever you are deserves you will get, don't worry. Yesterday while interacting with Dr. Begum madam from Gulbarga, I told the same thing. Maybe everything we are deserve for it, we were supposed to wait for a right time, for right moment to do take a right things. Happiness is not having a lot. Happiness is giving a lot. Recently, I received the same quotation. Happiness is a journey, not a destination. It's a lifelong process. There is no path to happiness. Happiness is the only path. The 21st September, we are organizing always international, celebrating International Peace Day. There is no way to establish peace. Peace is the only way to establish. We are investing a principal amount in the bank in our account, we will get interest. In the same way, happiness is a principal amount. To be happy, there is no alternative. You be happy. According to Osho also, there is the same thing. A man once told the Buddha, I want happiness. The Buddha replied, first you remove I, that's ego, then remove want, that's desire, and now you are left with his happiness. What a wonderful, see that, like that there are n number of because of time I don't want to read in each and everything. Happiness does not depend on external things, but rather than how those things are, how you are handling, that is important. Some people, the same incident, one person with mental peace maybe handle very smoothly. Best example, Professor Chennai sir, our participants are well aware, more than 1.5 years we are organizing. You can see never sir uncontrolled by himself. Emotional intelligence always showed very patience and kindness, so many good qualities. So never, no temptation, this type of things, control what you are doing, aware. So the secret of happiness you see is not found in seeking more, but in developing the capacity to enjoy less. Socrates says the same thing. Happiness is the ultimate end and purpose of human existence. There are an happiness and John Dewey. What John Dewey, pragmatist, learning by doing. The final happiness of an individual resides in the supremacy of certain interest in the makeup of character. According to Mahatma Gandhi also, wealth is lost, nothing is lost, health is lost, something is lost, character is lost, everything is lost. Those who are character, they feel I am a very sound, a sound mind in a sound body, they feel always happy. Search for a single inclusive good is doomed to failure. Such happiness as life is capable of comes from the full participation of all our powers in endeavor of a rest from each changing situation of experience its own full and unique meaning. Even Charlie Chaplin also explained, when he performed on a show, like all 100% are happy. Second time repeated 90%. Third time like this, when at the end no one is happy. The same thing when you first time happy, but at the same time repeated. Yesterday I read one article in China. Once boy always watching TV. Before leaving home, his mother suggested you complete your homework. He was not able to complete. When they returned, he was watching TV. Again, what they done? They asked father and mother, you sit and watch TV up to morning 5 o'clock. He watched, but he not in a position to watch. And one more mother also expressed, my son likes this type of dish. I provided continuously 3 days. After that, he felt I don't like it. So where is it? So what is happening in my brain? So whether the happiness lies in that dish or in his mind. So there are complex things, but it's always state of mind. We seek happiness through things, through relationship, through thoughts, ideas, and do not realize their impermanence. Jiddu Krishnamurti. To find out the true meaning of happiness, we must explore the river of self-knowledge. Self-knowledge is not an end in itself. Is there a source to stream? What a wonderful Jiddu Krishnamurti, Professor Chennai sir did a MPhil on this topic, I think. Happiness is a strange. It comes when you are not seeking it. When you are not making an effort to be happy, then unexpectedly, mysteriously, happiness is there. Born of purity, of loveliness of being. The superstar Rajnikant also, even though I have crores of rupees and buildings, name and fame, but I'm not happy, he said. That is go to Himalayas to do meditation, to get happiness, pleasure, divine. Happiness is not the end result of desire. Happiness is an attitude, not a desire. It's an attitude. Jeff Keller, Attitude is Everything book is very good. Being happy is up to you. It's a choice you make, and it really is that simple. No one but you is responsible for your happiness. No one is responsible. You are the responsible for your happiness. Happiness and Swami Vivekananda, what? The great secret of true success, of true happiness, is the man or woman who asks for no return. The perfectly unselfish person is the most successful. That's why Professor Chennai are always, I never have seen almost 11 years of relationship with Professor Chennai sir, being a student, being a researcher, being a postdoctoral fellow, being a teacher. So I never thought, sir, never expect anything. Even Vice Chancellor invited him to take charge as principal, vice principal, many other things. But sir simply regretted, I don't want. I'm happy while teaching. I'm happy doing research. So how many people? But in general, people are fond of positions. They are expecting something. If they're not getting, they are maybe sometimes Krishnakant, former Vice President of India, is the best example. When he was not promoted, maybe given chance to become President of India, because of heart attack, died. There are n number of, even one Professor Buddha sir in SRIVENKATESWARA University Physics Department acted as a rector. Again, he tried for something. When he didn't get, so he died. So people attachment is very dangerous. That's why life itself is not permanent. One day we came, one day we're supposed to live. Please never be attached with anything or any person, name or fame. Simply be as it is, accept as it is, whatever nature is giving. It is even this method we use for this paper, this study is a systematic review method only. There is no sample, no population, systematic review method. It is very simple to be happy, but it is very difficult to be simple. See what a wonderful Rabindranath Tagore. Still we remember his writings, Gitanjali, Postman, very nice. Even in Hindi and English also I read. Happiness here again, one more thing, very nicely he is telling. Happiness is like those stars. They don't cover all the darkness. There are gaps between. We make mistakes in life and we misunderstand, and yet there remain gaps through which truth shines. What a wonderful, see, this is very important. I slept and dreamt that life was joy. I awoke and saw that life was a service. I accepted, and behold, service was joy. So Rabindranath Tagore, Shantiniketan, Vishwabharati. So what a wonderful, so he's a naturalist. Happiness and Mahatma Gandhi. Happiness was internal to the good human life. The ultimate truth of moral life is to be established in a form of life in which a person comes to feel a spirit which delights to do no evil. So happiness is when what you think, what you say, and what you do are in harmony. This is Mahatma. Happiness and Aurobindo Ghosh is a wonderful philosopher. In Pondicherry, we have ashram also. Peace is the first condition without which nothing else can be settled. So actually, he was a revolutionist, but after that, he became very peaceful and a true philosopher. A human being now engaged in searching the peace and happiness, but a true happiness lies in the finding and maintenance of natural harmony of spirit, mind, and body. So interwoven a sound mind in a sound body. Even Sikh philosophy also head, heart, hand, and hukum. Happiness and Dalai Lama. Happiness is the highest form of health. The basic source of happiness is a sense of kindness and warm-heartedness towards others. So be like others, love others. Happiness is not something ready-made. It comes from your own actions. If you do good, you will get good result. If you Ikigai, already we organized in the month of March also International Happiness Day. Ikigai, Japanese concept, Lagom, Swedish concept, Hoga, Danish concept, Denmark and Norway, and number of things. Even Finland is the #1 country right now. Only these countries, Sweden, Denmark, Norway, Finland, these countries are almost happiest countries, top 4, 5. Sometimes Bhutan also coming up into the list, but we are not in the top 10 list, even not developed countries also. Whatever you, the way one in the Japanese, they feel whatever they are doing, they enjoy. The Danish concept, Hoga, Hygg, actually Hygge, but the pronunciation in Danish, we are Hoga. Hoga can be used a noun or verb. This one promotes well-being. Danish word for a quality of here, signs feeling warm, comfortableness, and number of things. Lagom is not too much, not too little. Moderate is always good. Happiness and the Sweden concept. Yeah, Lagom. Already I mentioned this. So in conclusion, happiness is a state of complete satisfaction. Its virtues are useful actions, a moral character, understanding others and cooperating others, born in purity and loveliness, just a person only here, external things and basic needs and inclinations is a safety, love, esteem, and self-actualization. Happiness is a state of flow, concentration is through sensory and non-sensory pleasure, between the material and spiritual, between body, mind, and soul, between here Prakriti and Purush, fearless individuals and ultimate happiness. There are n number of things. There is no only single way to be happy. There are 360 degrees, 100%, n number of ways to be happy. The way sometimes one a researcher, a scholar, a student, a son may be happy, not like others. So the situation is same, but how you are responding to the situation is different. It makes the how you are responding. Reaction is different, responding is different. So it is better to respond instead of reaction. Thank you, ma'am. Over to you.
Yes, it was really a very good presentation, sir. And you have taken the systematically review and given by a review of all the philosophers about their happiness thoughts. And you rightly said happiness is a journey, not a destination. And happiness definitely is an attitude, not a desire. If you are happy, then the whole world will be happy. Here, I just wanted to say a few words about कि जिंदगी की खूबसूरती ये नहीं है कि आप कितने खुश हैं, बल्कि जिंदगी की असली खूबसूरती ये है कि आपसे मिलकर लोग कितने खुश हैं. So happiness is something about that. So I really appreciate your presentation. If anyone wants to ask, they are welcome to ask.
Great philosophers are here. Dr. Bhupesh Debarma sir from Tripura. Subramaniam sir, human rights activist, Tirupati. Durgesh Verma sir from Varanasi. Anyone? Sushila Madam, doctor from Hyderabad, Telangana. I think they don't have any. Okay, ma'am, I am going for another presentation. Thank you very much. At the end, maybe we can we can give chance for them if they have any queries. The second, actually, in general, for this presentation third, always I'm taking by myself to share information for all the participants. Tips to write a good PhD thesis. This is why when good evening to chairperson and Nobel participant Professor Chennai sir. Once again, the objective of this study is to explore tips to write a good PhD thesis. Really, I'm very fortunate. I received 10 PhD theses last 3 years to evaluate. Under me, I did in our university we have that rule. Supervisor himself is supposed to evaluate his PhD theses. So under me, I evaluated 5 PhD theses and outside 15 PhD theses. What I came to know, I'm going to share my practical experience, and I did my PhDs 2006 to 9. Professor B. Ramachandra Reddy sir, attitude of intermediate students towards moral values in relation with certain psycho-sociological variables from SRIVENKATESWARA University. Really, I'm grateful to my PhD supervisor, was my dissertation supervisor also at the MEd level, 2004 and 5. That time also I did attitude of scholars towards corruption. I constructed a tool that motivated me to do PhD immediately. So PhD thesis is a report after maybe 3 years. Right now, the new regulations of UGC, those who joined PhD going to do PhD, please remember minimum 3 years, maximum 6 years. Those who are married, carrying, and some other, after re-registration, you will get 2 more years extra, 8 years, and 240 days for carrying mother. She can get extra 240 days, altogether 10 years, not more than 10 years to complete your PhD. This is latest regulation. There is no need to publish any article. If you are publishing, it's okay. If you don't publish also, only thing plagiarism, Urkund UGC is suggested up to 10% allowed. More than 10% we have different categories, but better don't plagiarize. If you are taking something from someone, better to give credit to him or her instead of telling it is mine. So whatever I'm sharing is taken, but what I'm orally informing certain things, my live examples. The 5 elements of a thesis here: issues, context, text, methodology, and voice. So you can take maybe a science thesis is different, arts thesis is different, humanities, management, everyone, but at the end of their research work, they are going to, when you submit, then only you will be, after evaluation, you will be awarded. What are the 3 things a thesis needs here? A good thesis statement will make an arguable claim. A good thesis statement will control and the content of the entire paper. A good thesis will provide a structure for your paper. Before going, I can give you live and valid information. Reading a lot, I did more than 700 MOOC courses, delivered 600 plus lectures, organizing this one maybe 240 plus programs. And whenever we are sharing, there is no full stop or learning is always comma the sentence lifelong. So here, any research scholar, if you want to do good research, submit your thesis on time, please remember these things. First, you do what you like it. Whenever you are going to identification of a problem is the first step in research. What is the research area? First identify. After identifying the research area, then you identify what is the research problem to do. Whether this problem, maybe you can do qualitative method or by using our quantitative method or mixed method. Within we have basic research, action research. So the n number of, suppose one police in maybe in UP or Bihar and Andhra Pradesh or Telangana, the case is something, they are not in a position to deal in the same way. They have their own approach based on their previous knowledge and past experience. Someone is moving in one direction, you can't say this is wrong, because 360 degrees, you can go in the one direction 45 degrees, someone may come in 90 degrees. There are different approaches are there. Whenever you are doing, you can see the creativity within a time. Always think 2 things: the time and money budget is very important. Whether you are getting fellowship you have time duration. If you are not getting fellowship, you want to do by yourself. So within the scope of this study, whether I can do within these 3 years this much, 6 years this much, you can feel. And one first important thing, whenever you are, always better to write half of the page per day. Just to write half of the page, not known. Simply you take a paper and note down date enough. If you do like this, at the end of the year, 365 days, you can get one thesis. Here I'm evaluating content, excluding the content page and bibliography and all appendices. It is almost less than 200 pages only. If you write per day half of the page at the end of the year, within 1 year you can do it. But in general, gestalt theory, part to whole to part, we are not doing like this. We are always trying to thinking about the whole only, not half of the page. So this is very important. What is the main difference between, in general, you are aware of article, those who are not submitted their thesis, they are not aware, but you are aware of article. Here thesis meets academic requirements reviewed by select committee members. We have a DRC, Departmental Research Committee, BOS, Board of Studies, School Board, and n number of this. Finally, the academic council, that is different, but up to school board is very. Here chapters. This is also some of researchers, they ask how many chapters we need. There is no such type of hard and fast rule to write only 5 chapters. I evaluated some of thesis 8 chapters. Minimum is a 5 chapter, maximum even 8 chapters also. One thesis and Gujarat, from Gujarat, it is not good to mention the name of the universities. I'm only mentioning the state. They have 76 hypotheses. Objectives only 4, but hypothesis 76 hypotheses. I never taken it as a negatively, because based on the study the researcher wants to do, it is better to do. Whether he is doing in a right way or wrong way, that is important. That's why I never comment. I always see in the positive way. Here, table of content. What is happening? I can show live also. Some theses they taken just for live examples without showing the title of the thesis. I can show you how they can done. The content actually, if you see here, the content is there. First page, the content table, they are writing a table number, the description, and the page number. But when it goes to second page, there is nothing. First row, what is it is, second row, what it is, nothing. So this is wrong, because when they evaluating someone thesis, whether first row is what column, second column, what it, third column, it is better. There is one column in a MS Office, header row. If you select, first row will come in all the pages. It is supposed to do like this. The table of contents, many researchers, not only this, the maximum thesis, they done like this. It appear only in the first page only, second page onwards, it is not in a position. Not only in the content, inside the thesis also. Here, lengthy research of literature. Some is even there are 14 types of review of literature: critical review, umbrella review, systematic literature review. So, but we are not aware better what type of review method you are. Even I evaluated, they are not using APA format. Social science, actually the psychology, education, we are using American Psychological Association APA reference format. But in the citation also you're supposed to use, whether it is a chronological, year-wise, alphabetical, they're not following anything. So it is creating a very problematic. Description and copies of tools used. All findings presented verb tense. Actually, whenever your report is always in simple past tense, when your proposal is simple future tense, your report is always simple past tense. But I observed maximum researchers, they are writing simple present tense. That is not right way. So this one actually literature review is very, very hard. After doing a systematic literature is a literature review or review of literature only, you are able to select your right topic or problem for the study. Here, search the literature, write the review, survey the literature, critique the literature, develop your argument, select a topic. To select a topic, review of literature is very, very important. But in thesis, what we are doing, first chapter introduction, second chapter review of literature, third chapter methodology, fourth chapter data analysis interpretation, fifth chapter findings discussion summary, further recommendations for further research. So we are making like this 5 chapters, but every chapter we need a systematic review. To select a topic also, for first we need to write a first unit, also we need to write second unit, also you need to write your methodology, also you need what type of researcher, what are their objectives, what type of method they selected, whether it is a recently I evaluated the researcher selected a sample nicely, systematic, simple random sample, stratified random they turn, but chi-square test they are using. Why to use chi-square? When to use chi-square? When to use t-test? When to use f-test? When to use... So after taking the normality of the test, whether the data normally distributed or not, if it is not normally distributed, then go for non-parametric or parametric, whatever. But without doing the normality test, they are doing, this is wrong. So that's why the first step, my supervisor is the best statistician, he taught me, first you go for whole data and take the average, mean, median, mode, standard deviation, how data is distributed, whether normality, whether it is skewed, positively skewed or negatively skewed, what type of, based on that only you can select the statistical analysis. But based on that you can hypothesis, research question, n number of things. But this link is missing. Many researchers there. Effective here paragraph 1 topic sentence, supporting sentence, vivid words, no run-on sentence here stick to the topic, logical sentence, order, flow, sentence begin in different ways, mechanically correct. Even for review of literature, you can use n number of tools are available. Mendeley, RefMe, RefSeek, EndNote, Jotiro, even Grammarly. So for reference purpose, for citation purpose. Here, engineering PhD literature review writing. Here analytical overview of importance at current literature on the topic. What you can do, defining a PhD research topic, then writing PhD research question. Here within research question or hypothesis or objectives, prepare a PhD literature, then writing PhD thesis systematic. How to write a PhD dissertation or thesis here. Introduction number 1, literature review, methodology, findings, conclusion, bibliography. Actually, bibliography is a not. What is difference between bibliography? I will take another 2-3 minutes. Bibliography and references. Actually, references, whatever you cited in your entire thesis, that is come under references. But bibliography, you can suggest whatever you may be read but not mentioned in your thesis, also you can give under bibliography. Suppose bibliography is India, Meghalaya is references. So references is a part of bibliography and an integral part of bibliography, what I came to know by reading literature review and some articles. This is very important. Before submitting your thesis, you identify what type of review, what type of references style I supposed to use. Here, identification of the research problem is the first step. Then you can go for plan to research in the respective field. Understand the gap between identification of research gap. Another thing, every chapter better to start with introduction, end with the conclusion. I have seen some chapters ended without any conclusion. We are supposed to come to conclusion that chapter and before going to next chapter. Here start with the writing process, collecting relevant data. Data also we have 3 types: primary data, secondary data, tertiary data. Sometimes you're supposed to collect both primary and secondary and tertiary based on. Sometimes primary data for you may be not primary data for others. Suppose a journalism, newspaper articles, things for primary data for them, but for not for education or psychology. When you are collecting by yourself, that will may become your primary data. Other resources will become secondary data. But for them, that's why a PPPT I'm using: person, place, phenomena, time. Based on this, place will change. Suppose for me it's a right, for you it is a left side. So whenever you are interacting with others. Here, just I want to show this one. There are 10 tips writing a successful PhD thesis. is exactly I'm taking this one to show, my intention is to share information for better writing of your PhD thesis. This simply I can show the titles, what edit. We are always using 10 tips for writing a PhD thesis. Edit. So first draft, second draft. Never try to write a final thesis immediately. Go for first draft, second draft, third draft, and create rough drafts. This is very important. And inject some flair, then write as when you observe. Keep on doing up to your clarity is the key. So you need clarity. Sometimes very difficult to understand why they used something, a number of, even one thesis what I observed, they have dependent and independent variables, but in the methodology nowhere they mentioned about the dependent variable, how they collected data for it, no information. Don't miss here reference in bibliography. See, references in bibliography they mentioned means bibliography is a broader term. References. So stick to British spelling. Sometimes what they are doing, program PROGRAM. Somewhere they are written PROGRAMME. Somewhere American English, somewhere Britannic. So it is not good. But use please only entire thesis. So one word, same spelling. If you use different types of spelling, the evaluator think that you simply copy, cut, copy, paste, that type of thing. Don't edit quotes collected. Quotes are never, not only quotes, even definitions also your duty to always give as it is, not to write in your own words, own sentence. Save yourself from plagiarism. This is very important. And consider your reader, to whom you are writing. Sometimes really I feel they're writing too much complex words, complex sentences, and why to use? So it is not good. Even in my blog, hamsareddy.blogspot.com, how to write a PhD thesis. If you go through this one, I've given one book also, more than 300 pages book, very nice book. You will get, if you have time, those who are newly joined, you can note down this Hamsa Reddy, HAMSA, https://hamsareddy.blogspot.com. So here I written in this one is a year, this month means April 2018. Actually I created 2011, but 18 onwards April, I'm every month I'm almost posting. Till date we have more than 120 posts. So summarize your key findings, share your interpretation, discuss the implications, acknowledge the here limitations, state your recommendation. Sometimes your delimitation limited something under your control, something is not under your control. So here steps in writing these things to do, things not to do. Here don't in the write in the thesis, never plagiarize, never falsify or cook up, record or data. Do not use passive voice, always use active voice. Do not use words like quite, some. Do not use here abbreviations. Even one thesis I evaluated, they're written so many acronyms, but they never given any abbreviations in the content page. Always better to give abbreviation page also. And don't present here conjecture. Here, understand the goal of thesis, know the qualities of a good thesis, understand the structure of a good thesis, understand the language of good thesis, know when to seek help. To it is always better to this. Normally we are presenting myself and Dr. Sutasni Gogoi madam, and there are n number of these are only limited because of time. I just shared whatever. There are n number of ways are there while evaluating the thesis. I got so much information, so many things. I am myself also I'm doing some mistakes. It is impossible to be 100% sincere or right way. Learning while doing mistake also we are learning. So this is about top tips. Please write only one sentence before concluding. Write per day minimum half page. This is the best tip to complete your thesis within a given 24 hours. Is it not possible to write 10 lines? 10 lines, 24 hours. Then you think whatever you want. Writer duty to write, but we are thinking only, not putting on paper. That's why we are unable to complete our PhD on time. Over to you, madam.
Yes, thank you, sir. Actually,
Ma'am, you are not audible. Madam, you are not audible, madam. Okay, I think ma'am has some network issue. Please, do you have any queries? Those who already completed PhD, those who are doing PhD, senior teachers are also here. Patel Pratima madam from Gujarat, Sujit Kumar Patra sir from Odisha, Venkatrao sir from Andhra University, Professor. Chennai sir. Kalpana Soni madam from Gujarat.
Amaresh sir.
Sir.
Congratulations for your nice presentation. So you have said very nice things, very good.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Dr. Madam Rathod also. So I'm appreciating all the paper presenters and all the participants. It has come very nicely. So very good, Amresh sir. Congratulations
Thank you,
to
sir. Thank you very much. Madam, for your concluding remarks, then we can go for vote of thanks.
Today's all papers were presented were very good, and the tips which you have given was really very good to the researcher. And thank you so much for giving me this opportunity.
Rathod madam, so you have presented very nicely, very good. Congratulations for your nice presentation, nice presiding.
Thank you.
All the best.
Thank you so much, sir.
Very good.
Yeah, you can continue. Thank you.
Safir, do you have any queries? Safir, Muhammad Safir from Kerala. Any other? Okay, ma'am, you can conclude, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Shall we conclude the meeting, sir?
Yes, ma'am, you can conclude. Then you go for vote of thanks.
Okay. Sir, all the presentations were very good. And thank you so much for giving wonderful tips to the people. How to write the PhD thesis, right from the time limit, how to take the review. Then there are so many things you have shown in your PPT. So I think this was really a feast for the researcher. So thank you so much for calling me to this program. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much. We have senior professor Manavalan sir from Tamil Nadu. Sir is a senior most teacher. Thank you, sir, for joining our always program. It is very happy to see you, sir. Professor Manavalan sir from Tamil Nadu. So with the permission of Professor Chinnaya sir and Chairperson Dr. Rajashree Rathod madam, my sincere gratitude. I'm expressing my sincere gratitude to both of you. So without your presence, it is not possible to organize this program. From bottom of my heart, I'm expressing my gratitude. Professor Prabhasankar Sukla sir, Honorable Vice Chancellor NEHU, Professor Raja Reddy sir, Honorable Vice Chancellor SRIVENKATESWARA University, Dr. Nagarajasri madam and Dr. Vijay Bhaskar sir for uploading our flyers in SRIVENKATESWARA University website. Professor Mitali Kaur ma'am, Dr. Rajan Prasad Bhattakur sir, Professor Srutaswini Gogoi madam for their continuous support, Professor Mipun sir, ISTD chairman, Shillong chapter, Professor Dikshit sir, IQAC director, and the noble participants, and congratulations for paper presenter. Thank you, Rojina, for accepting our invitation. See, actually texted long back, but I told, okay, we'll, before joining PhD also from to attend the University of Assam, she texted me, sir, I got PhD seat, I cleared NET. So it is happy. through our programs, something we are doing, they are learning. Giving is a pleasure for us. For me, to say frankly, if I give something to someone, I feel so happy. This is the secret of my happiness. Sharing knowledge is my happiness with the blessings of senior teacher. Thank you very much. Thanks for all the participants for joining. See you again Friday at 5 p.m. Our 56 yes, international workshop. Now, national anthem. Immediately, I share feedback form. You will get your certificate within minutes.
Amresh
Sir,
sir.
sir.
So, Professor Dr. Manavalan, sir, is on the screen.
Yes, sir.
So,
sir,
how are you, sir? Professor Manavalan, sir.
Sir, Malavanan, sir, you can unmute. You can talk, sir. Manavalan, sir, you can talk.
Hello, sir. Hello.
Yes, sir, you are audible, sir. Manavalan, sir, you are audible.
Yes. Okay. So
thank
all
you,
the best, Manavalan.
Thank you. You people, two people are doing wonderful job. It's a pleasant job.
Yes.
Job.
Yes.
You are doing excellent service to the research scholars. Really, I am amazing.
Yes.
I have attended more than all the program right from the beginning. I am daily contacting through WhatsApp to our professor N.A. Reddy.
Yes.
Definitely, I am amazing. You are spending lot of time, lot of efforts.
Yes.
Really, God has to bless both of you, and really it is a tremendous job. Without yourself, it cannot be come to the limelight. I am very happy. I am at the age of 66. I am very happily attending all the programs. Now I bring my research scholar, Mr. Devakumar. Today onwards, he will attend. Like that, I am doing a lot of paid work also. I am doing it. Really, I am very happy. You people are doing wonderful. You are inventing so many topics and so many motivations. Definitely, it will be nicely appreciated by everybody. I am one of the persons for appreciating daily. I am praying God to Chennaiya sir and N.A. Reddy sir. God has to. I am praying God. You people has to bless, and you have to be very care, and your health should be in always in good well-being. And I am blessing, and I am praying to God. Thank you, Lord.
Okay. So welcome, Professor Manavalan, sir. All the best. Very good.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Now I'm going for national anthem. Really, we are happy listening your kind words. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड
Amreshwar, please check it. Sound check. Please check.
विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्च तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Jai Hind, thank you. Please submit your feedback form. After submitting your feedback form, please check your mail whether you got or not.
Thank you so much. Should I leave now?
Welcome, ma'am. Welcome, ma'am. We'll send your certificates, ma'am.
Yes.
Thank
sir.
you so much with us. Please, participants, please submit your feedback form. YouTube viewers also, please submit. YouTube viewers also, please submit. Just I shared the feedback form in the chat box of YouTube. I think Venkata Subramanian sir, you are there. Seema is there. Please submit.